So last one, I know I said it. Fox and the Hound, 1980, 70, something. Sorry, I was looking. Sad is good. It's about friendship. What happens to friendship when you get older? I was a little bit like Todd in this movie. About not when I was little that friends would be forever, but they aren't. Lies of childhood. This movie about a little fox who his mom dies by a hunter in the first part of the movie. Gets this bird, Big Mama, this owl, and these two little birds. One's a woodpecker and one's a little birdie. Get this lady who the little fox is by her property to notice the fox. She takes him in. Calls him Todd. The hound is named Copper, and the neighbor to the older lady on the farm is a hunter who actually killed Todd's mom. And he has another dog called Chief, who doesn't want a puppy, but his owner comes home with a puppy, and he has to show him the ropes. And Copper's a hound dog. And one day, Todd, when they get a little bit older, Todd's playing in the little woods by where they live. And Copper keeps running off, so he's run off, and they meet each other. And Todd goes, "Hi, I'm Fox." I don't know if he says my name's Todd. I think he does. And then Copper goes, "I'm a hound dog." Well, first he's smelling him, and then he finds him, and he goes, "Arr, arr, arr." It's so cute. It's so cute. I love Fox and the Hound. And basically, they become really fast friends. And there's a song called "Best of Friends," and it's about how strange a fox and a hound are being friends because they're natural enemies. Well, hounds aren't really enemies, but, you know, predator and prey. Even though foxes are also predators. And then the thing is that Copper keeps running off, so the hunter, ties him up because he wants him to learn to obey and not to always run off and stuff when he wants him. So Todd tries to play with Copper, who lives in a barrel. Well, they sleep in barrels outside with hay and stuff. It's warm. And Chief wakes up and chases Todd, and Todd gets in trouble. And then it's close to hunting season, so the hunter takes Copper and Chief away for the winter to go hunt up in the mountains. And Todd gets left alone, and we see them both aging and stuff. And when Copper comes back, he's a hound dog, like a big hound dog. And Todd's a big full-grown fox. Well, they're both teens, but still. And it's about seeing if they could. Todd still thinks they're best friends, and Copper's he's been trained now, and he's kind of like, we can't be friends. It's not gonna work. Because Todd comes to see him at night, the first night back, and Chief hears him, and Chief goes after him again, and the hunter goes after him, and basically they go hunting for Todd, and they're up on a train track, and Chief has him cornered, and then there's a train coming, and Chief falls. And I think in the original, Chief was supposed to die. They decided not to do that. He just breaks his leg, which the dog would have died. Copper's mad because he had actually scented Todd before Chief did and let him go because they're friends. So he blames himself. Sorry, my cat makes it. My back hurts. So basically, Todd's owner leaves him out in the middle of this preserve to keep him safe from the hunter, who wants justice and revenge for Chief. And so he's all left all alone in the forest. He's never been in the wild. That's probably the saddest part, because there's a sad song playing. I just had him spawned, and he's crying, she's crying, and he deals with wild animals like badgers, porcupine, who's played by the guy who plays Piglet, and the woodpecker is Tigger. In an earlier video I said Tigger. These three that I always notice I see in other things. Like, I hear them in other Disney and animation movies, and I'm just like, it's Piglet, or it's Winnie the Pooh, or it's Tigger. And if you have no idea who I'm talking about, go watch Winnie the Pooh, or read Winnie the Pooh. And basically, after that, he sees another fox. Big Mama goes looking for him, because Big Mama knows everybody. And she thinks she sees him, and it's a lady fox named Vixie. Oh, look at that. Vixens are female foxes. Her name is Vixie. Clever Disney. Clever Disney. And, basically she said, oh, there's this new fox in the preserve. Should go check him out. He's handsome, and blah, blah. They meet. They flirt a little bit. Todd tries to impress her by fishing. He's never fished in his life. He gets humiliated. He insults her. They have this, then he apologizes. Big Mama's seeing this kind of like, you better apologize, sir, or you're not gonna make it. So they become a thing out in the forest and stuff, and meanwhile the hunter and Copper making ready to go hunt Todd down. And they do. And then there's this big and Todd and Copper fight. They like literally fight. Like they're good. Todd's defending himself and Copper's trying to kill him. And then there's a bear, and the hunter gets trapped in a bear trap. And Copper tries to defend him, and Todd comes back to defend him. And actually does help defeat this bear, like leads the bear up onto this big log bridge by a waterfall. Disney's very dramatic, especially in that time. And he's injured, and he's in the little lake by the edge, and he's very hurt. And Copper comes to see if he's okay, because Copper saw that him defending his owner and all that. And then the hunter pulls a gun, and Copper stands in front of Todd. And the hunter's like, move, and Copper just, no. And the hunter gets it. He's like, okay, that's enough. We don't need to keep after this fox and all that. And so they exchange a look. Copper leaves. Todd leaves. And they're friends again. It's just, they'll never be what they were. That's a lot of people are like, oh, they're never going to be friends. They are friends. At the end of the movie, the hunter and the widow she's healing his wound, and Chief is complaining about the hunter being a baby when Chief was being a baby on his foot. Copper's just content, and you see Todd and Vicky up on a hill looking at all this, and it's just, you see Copper look up at them, and they're friends. It's about friends not being what they were, but still being friends. A lot of people think they aren't friends, but they are, in my opinion. It's a wonderful story. It is sad. I have never seen the second one. I don't plan to, but I like this packaging because it's Todd and Copper. Oh, and Corey Feldman plays baby Copper, and oh my goodness, or does he play Todd? I'm driving crazy. Because I know who plays the older versions of both of them. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Corey Feldman plays the baby of one of them. Where are you? Yeah, I was right. Copper. And whoever Keith Coogan is plays young Todd. But the older Todd is Mickey Rooney. And Mickey Rooney was wonderful. Great actor. And the older Copper was Kurt Russell. A young Kurt Russell. Pearl Bailey was Big Mama. Grandpa Joe is the hunter. So you want to hear Grandpa Joe be like really mean, from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Grandpa Joe. Like be really mean and yell and scary. The hunter from Fox and the Hound. Okay, well, this is a long video. You can tell how much I love it. Again, the animal ones, I'm a bit more, I like a little bit more. I almost named my cat Todd. He has a collar like Todd does a little bit, only he's black, not brown. It's a sweet movie. It's, again, in the dark Disney days, whatever that's supposed to mean. 1981. 10 years before I was born. Well, last video of the night. See you later.